Outlaw Sports is brought to you by Molson Canadian, made from Canada, and Rocky Mountain Barbecue, Alberta barbecue cuisine at its best.
Grant, a while back, the Calgary Flames dropped by Boston to play the Bruins. They got spanked 9-0. And everyone was going, holy Christ, how bad is this team? And they expected them just to go in the tank after that. I did, for one, to be honest with you. I thought, how can they survive? There's no way they're going to make a run for the playoffs. But interesting, as the Flames rebounded from that, haven't won every game, but they've got points from a lot of those games. And the Boston Bruins have kind of gone the other way. They were 2 games below 500.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and so it's you know, when you're looking at Boston right now, the defending Stanley Cup champions who can't score goals right now, they're losing to teams like Winnipeg and Minnesota, and you're going, okay, what's wrong with this team? Well, first of all, they got injury problems.
Rich Peverley?
Peverley's gone 4 to 6 weeks. Horton's still gone.
Oh, yeah, with a concussion.
Concussion. And then your goaltenders have gone for crap. Timmy Thomas isn't playing great hockey. Rask.
Timmy Thomas has not played well since he's gone political.
Yep, since the White House snub, he has not played well. Rask was, just before the Flames game in that area, was one of the top goaltenders in the NHL. Things looked pretty good for them. They had an unbelievable run late in the last part of the year. And since then, they're 2 games below 500.
Ever since that game was January 5th, I think it was, Mike. And first of all, I'm surprised both teams have gone in different directions. The Flames have impressed me with their boring style of defensive hockey and the best goalie in the game. That's their style. But the Flames continue to impress me by their due diligence to defensive hockey and outstanding goaltending. The Boston Bruins surprised me a little bit, but Mike, I've seen great teams, the Flames, for instance, when they were good, go into these lulls, go into the doldrums during the season, you say, oh, man, I thought they were good. I thought they were going to repeat as Stanley Cup champs or something like that.
Well, we saw that at the start of the year, and then in November and December, they were the hottest team around.
And I think they'll regain that. They have enough weapons to make some changes, and that, I mean, trades. Aren't they in the Rick Nash sweepstakes? At least they're rumored to be.
Rumored to be, Grant. Here's the trade that I heard, and Boston said no to it. Nash going to Boston for Tuukka Rask and Dougie Hamilton, which is still with Niagara. And I still think a franchise blue liner, a guy you can't
we
give
saw him
up.
at the World Juniors. I thought he was outstanding.
Yeah.
His brother's Freddie Hamilton. I get those two mixed up a little bit.
Dougie Hamilton's the big kid on the point, and you know, maybe they could have even played him. They just gave him a year to develop down in junior.
Now, Bruin fans wouldn't want that trade, would they?
No.
Okay. Because Tuukka Rask is going to be, I mean, I'd get rid of Thomas.
I'd get rid of Tim Thomas before I got rid of Tuukka Rask. So.
And a blue chip defenseman. I mean, the Bruins are stocked up front. They're not stocked on defense. I mean, I guess they have Char and a few guys, but Ferentz won't be there much longer, I wouldn't think. So Dougie Hamilton is going to be their defenseman of the future.
Well, they got Seidenberg back there, then they got McQuaid, and they got Johnny Boychuk.
They're okay.
They're okay.
They're okay, but
they're tough.
They won't make that trade.
No.
I think Rick Nash is going to go to the New York Rangers. They've got some prospects to make that deal. So I wouldn't worry, Boston Bruins fans. Though losing Nathan Horton, if he has concussion problems, he may not return, and Peverley may not be back until the playoffs, maybe.
And with Horton out, Krejci's gone into a slump, his line mate. So that line of Lucic, Horton, and Krejci has really suffered somewhat. Grant, I want to take a short break. When we come back, I want to talk to you a little bit about CFL and all the free agent signings and what it actually means for the Calgary Stampeders.
Feeling the winter chill? Call the experts at Simply Yours Windows and Doors. Get the job done right, on time, and on budget. Their #1 concern is your comfort.
The CFL free agency has pretty much come and gone. The big ticket item, Andy Fantuz, lining up with Hamilton, who I think is a clear winner in this offseason, getting Henry Burris, getting Fantuz, and getting Peach, the defensive lineman from the Eskimos. The Stampeders didn't do anything. Really, I'm really quite concerned in how good they're going to be this year. Edmonton got a few guys in, but without a quarterback, I don't think they're going to be much.
Speaking of Edmonton, Burke Dales?
Burke Dales.
Why would he go there? Don't they have 3 other kickers right now?
Unless nobody else offered him anything. I heard Winnipeg was offering.
Why would nobody else offer him anything?
I don't know this. Hamilton was offering, and Edmonton. And who knows what Tillman has offered him. But they went and got Grant Shaw in that Ricky Ray trade, and this guy's got all kinds of potential. But then I haven't understood the whole Edmonton kicking situation for quite some time with Duval out there, and now he's gone, and guys in and out of the lineup. So that one's a mystery to me.
I agree with you. Hamilton Tiger Cats looking very, very good. Did Fantuz and Burris meet in the Regina days in Henry's? Because I do know that Henry was keeping in touch with Fantuz last year when Fantuz was with the Bears.
Yes.
He was talking to him, and he was telling me how Fantuz, where he might fit in. So there's some history there. Do you think that played a part in Fantuz? Money talks, I know that.
Money talks and hometown talks.
Okay, so
and
he's from Chatham, which is only about
well, he played in Western too, right?
Yeah.
So, and here's the thing.
So he's about an hour and a half. Chatham's about an hour and a half away, and so he's back home.
And to give up godlike status in Saskatchewan with Fantuz flakes and everything that goes with it. I mean, he loved Saskatchewan. That offer that home strength had to be pulling it.
So good for Hamilton for doing that. So your question is about the Stamps not doing anything.
Yep.
Is that good or bad? Sometimes the best moves managers can make are the ones they don't make.
Sure, fair enough.
By overspending. And I don't know if at this time of the year, Brian Burke says that too, people spend silly in the NHL around trade deadline day. You overspend, and does it really pan out all the time? So I'm just wondering if John Hufnagel was smart in not overspending to help the team out, that or may not help the team out. But they didn't shore up some weaknesses. They didn't get better personnel.
Yeah, and here's one other thing I want to talk to you about, Grant. And Birkdale's told me midway through the year last year, they're not going to bring me back because they're going to see if Rob Maver can punt. I guarantee no matter how good of a year I have, they will not bring me back. Plus, he didn't get along with some of the management at all. I mean, they accused him of things. One night they accused him of selling drugs and slashing tires. How can you have any kind of a relationship when you got crap like that going on?
You can't.
You can't.
You can't. So I guess there was a lack of
you just knew something was going to happen.
Mutual respect between. But I think Birkdale's going to Edmonton is a bit of a surprise. I think the Stamps did not shore up some weaknesses. That surprised me, but they didn't overspend. So I think that's a good thing.